This episode is brought to you by Nespresso. Gift magical mornings with Nespresso Virtuo Pop. Compact and stylish, Virtuo Pop is made to meet every morning coffee craving. From espresso to coffee, hot or iced, at the click of a button. And celebrate the season with Nespresso's limited edition coffee flavors. Sweet almond and hibiscus, cinnamon and candied tamarind, and festive double espresso. Magic in the making. Shop the holiday gift collection exclusively at Nespresso.com.
If we knew more about our sleep, what would we do differently? Would we go to bed at a consistent time or take steps to reduce interruptions to our sleep? With the all-new Sleep Score, Apple Watch measures your bedtime consistency, interruptions, and sleep duration. Then, every morning it combines these factors into an easy-to-understand score from 1 to 100. So you'll know how to take the quality of your sleep from good to excellent. Introducing the new Sleep Score on Apple Watch. iPhone 11 or later required.
Sunday morning. Well, what's going on with heating oil? What's going on with gas? What's going on with electric energy? Well, there's changes. And with us today is Rocco Lacertosa, and he is the CEO of the New York State Energy Coalition. Well, Rocco, we got some good news, but I also need your opinion if it's good news forever, if it's good news until the end of the election. Rocco, tell us what's going on in heating our homes, our apartment buildings, etc.
Okay. John, first of all, thanks for having me back. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss this with you and your listeners today. Yeah, it is good news. I'm kind of cautiously optimistic, though, with this, because we don't know if this is going to be a permanent situation or if this, as you said, is going to be, until after the election. The governor did, pull back on this, electrification, act. She's getting a lot of pushback from environmental groups and so on. But I'm seeing, moderate Democrats and even and Republicans saying that, this is going too fast, too far too fast, and that we need to really reevaluate this in terms of affordability for people. And it's going to impact more so, people in low-income homes than it will, anyone else. We're seeing natural gas prices rise, as a result of different factors and so forth, and electricity rates as well. We've seen them going up all over the place, across the state, across the country. So this is something that has to get resolved. It has to get resolved on a permanent basis, though. And we have been for many years, for two decades now. We have been lowering emissions with heating oil by using biodiesel, as you well know. Right now, the mandate in New York State is 10%. It goes to 20% in 2030. But many of our dealers are, doing much more than that right now because, they know that it's good for business. It's good for their consumers as well. So we've done a good job here helping reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And the governor herself said that, we need an all-of-the-above approach to our climate situation. And part of that all-of-the-above approach.
Rocco, people were pushing, in the last few years, electric energy. Mm-hmm. Is there a coalition that was pushing electric energy? Because I understand we don't have the electric energy, and that's one of the reasons that the governor has pulled back.
Well, it's the environmental groups that were pushing, for this, with the CLCPA and so forth that that she signed, and I think that was Cuomo who created the CLCPA, but I think it was not well thought out. I mean, that's my opinion anyway, in terms of how this was going to work. We don't have the supply, and with AI. It's coming on as fast as it is right now, and all of these AI centers being built is even a bigger drain on the grid right now. So factor all of that in, and imagine every home in New York and business being on electricity. It'll never happen. Okay, we'll have blackouts all over the place. People will be freezing in their homes in the wintertime, and there'll be no air conditioning for them. So it's a proposition that really needs to be thought out a lot further. And one more thing, when they talk about electric heat pumps, to take an oil or a gas furnace out of someone's home and replace it with a heat pump, you're talking about cost of at a minimum of about $25,000. Why would you do that when someone who's burning heating oil is using already a fuel that is good for the environment, that's lowering greenhouse gas emissions, as I said earlier, and it's more efficient, it's cleaner, and it's much better for for the environment. So.
Well,
why
Rocco,
would you do that?
Now, there must have been somebody pushing electric energy, some coalitions, and someday you'll be able, maybe if we do our research, to find out who exactly it was and the reason. Because a lot of the electricity is made by fossil fuels.
Correct.
So who's in Brooklyn, where I spent a lot of time, there used to be who is conning who?
That's a good question, and that's something I think that we need to dig into further.
Well, Rocco, I look forward to having you more often, and please look into it, and let's tell the American people and all New Yorkers the truth.
Well, anytime you want me back, I'm happy to come on. Happy to talk to you, John.
Stay in touch. Thank you, Rocco.
Be well. Take care.